Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, we are going to be doing a little Q3 personal reset, so let's get into it. Unlike in the previous video, today we are here to do a personal reset. In the previous video, I was doing a financial reset where I was organizing our finances for Q3. Today, I'm going to be organizing my life. So for all intents and purposes, I'm going to be doing a reset for my own personal life, but there are going to be some elements that will include my husband, or I'm going to be thinking about my husband as I am doing this reset. So as always, I'm going to be using Notion. I have been using Notion for years now, and unfortunately, after I bought the Notion template that I purchased from Etsy, which is called the Ultimate Life Planner, I guess because I bought it at the end of the year, the seller was going to be releasing a new version. So since then, there have been multiple versions of the planner release. So upgraded versions. I'm going to link the seller down below in the event that you want to check out that. But unfortunately, I do not have a direct link because it's no longer available regarding the one that I've purchased, nor can I share it because I have purchased it and that is illegal. However, I have created this guideline or this template that you can use, and it is free because I created it myself, and I'm going to have it available for download or for use. The link will be in the description box, and you can use that if you want to kind of follow along with me, or just use it as a guideline to kind of go through the different areas of your life. Of course, you can tweak it to make it more applicable to you in your situation, but I have a little guideline that I'm going to follow in an effort to make this go quite smoothly. And I have been doing these for probably the past 3 quarters, and it has been life-changing, but it does take me a good bit, which is why I do and film the financial portion separately from the personal portion. I normally do the personal portion first, but I did the financial portion first this time. So anyway, we're here at my new desk setup, my new office setup. I have been thinking of doing some upgrades to my office, and I am going to, but I have switched around my office and it has opened up so much space. Like this whole side, okay, so from like here, which you can't see, all the way over is empty. We are going to dive into Notion, and we're going to be using Google Calendar and everything that I use to try to get myself situated. So let's dive into it. By the way, I do want to say one cringy thing about this new setup is that since there's nothing over here, there's nothing back there, which I guess could be good when I'm filming if I want a blank background, because sometimes when I'm doing sponsored work and stuff, you can't have artwork and logos and stuff in the background. So perhaps I may keep it blank, but I do think I'm at least going to add maybe a sideboard or something there, because I don't know, this is interesting. So anywho, we are in my Notion, and this is actually my main page. This is my dashboard, if you will. And I'm taking you guys into it because I have made some upgrades to my Notion. Not really, I've just moved around some things. Everything looks the same, but for my productivity section here, which if you click on if you click there, you'll see that my main pages are going to be the pages that correlate with the month. I've essentially hidden everything else and put everything else elsewhere. So when I open my Notion, I'm just hit with what's happening for July, which is going to be the month, or is going to be applicable no matter the month that I'm in. However, whenever I do want to do some future planning or whatever, I will just navigate to that section. But while we're here, I was thinking, I have on here a list of wants, and I mainly just put typically like stuff that it's kind of like on my wish list. And then I also want a new office chair, I think, I don't know. And then a new office sofa. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I might want those things, we will see. And for packages, so I'm gonna have my Scentbird, it comes every month. It's gonna be coming, I really hate that this like sticks out like that. I wonder what that's about. I'm about to get my hair done over, so it doesn't matter. But my next Scentbird is gonna be 8/10. My Scentbird comes around the 10th of every month. And then I have dining, a new breakfast nook table being delivered. Dining table, it says it's gonna be delivered 7/17. And then what else do I have being delivered? I think that's it. My chairs were delivered, like everything else that I have has, I think these are the only things that are in the mail. Yeah, those are the only things in the mail. And then for tasks, I really just have this on here in the event that I think of something, like if I'm in Notion and I think of something that I need to do that maybe isn't immediate, it might be a long term to do, I'll put it in tasks. Or if I think of something out in the wild, out in the community that I need to do, and I want to put it in a place, like a safe place, instead of texting it to my husband, which I'll do, or if I don't have a pencil or paper, can't write it down, or if notes is giving me a hard time, because I'll throw something in my notes section in my iPad real quick. But if that's not really working, then I'll put it here. By the way, I went to this wine and design with my friend yesterday, so we tried wines and we designed a bouquet, and look at my little bouquet. It's so cute. You can't see it though, which is tragic, but it's to the left of my desk. Okay, so that's that. Now let's go into we're gonna click on my July goals. Then we're gonna go to my 2024 quarter 3 planning template. This is the thing that is available for free, for download. So we already did the financial aspect of it. And basically we need to get organized in all of these different areas. So we're gonna start with personal. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go into Google Calendar. I'm not gonna check it off yet. I'm going to go into Google Calendar and I'm going to enter in when my period is going to be for the next 3 months. It kind of makes sense to do this for longer than that, but it also kind of doesn't make sense because what does it matter? But I like to know when it's going to be happening for the next 3 months, or at least, you know, the foreseeable future, the next few months, so I can plan accordingly and just be mindful of that, because I do not ever want to be caught slipping. So that's just how I avoid having any issues. And I have a regular period, I always have. So I'm gonna go do that really quickly and I will come back. It's not really, like, I don't think the world should know when I'm having a period necessarily, but I also don't really care to talk about it and all that. It's not really that deep, but I'm gonna go off camera because I do it in my Google Calendar, and that is normally filled with all types of other information. So I'm gonna do that and then I'll come back. I may do a couple other things and come back, but let me do this menstrual cycle and I might do a few other things and then I'll come back. Okay, so what that told me is that I will not be having a period on my birthday. So that's very exciting. I have a birthday in Q3 and so I won't be having a period. So I'm just sharing with you the best takeaway from that, which is that. However, as I was doing that, I was thinking I actually have not reconciled this quarterly planning situation from the previous quarter 2 that just ended at the end of June. So I actually need to do that. So with that being said, I am going to delete some stuff and whatnot. We didn't have a Memorial Day party or a Juneteenth party. So anything that can't be done in quarter 3, I'm going to delete, such as those 2. And then this is also a duplicate of my quarter 2 planning template or page. So I have that for reference moving forward, and I can kind of toy with this one and mess it up if I need to. So I'm gonna delete those. I'm also gonna delete like stuff that's already been done, because that is no longer, we don't care about that. Unless it's something that I may have to do. We're gonna start with a blank slate. There probably are things that I'll likely have to do again in quarter 3, like pay a medical copay and stuff like that, but we're just gonna start fresh. I did not have to pay a copay for that. So we're gonna leave those things. We're gonna delete all of these, and I've shared this many times before, but essentially how this works is such that I will go through and plan out all of these things in the different areas where I plan them, and even if it's writing it down or in Notion or my Google Calendar. But if it's a task that comes to me that I need to do in relation to these different areas, I will put them on the task list. And I don't know, I just felt like it would be appropriate to just kind of put the tasks, to try to separate them. So those 3 areas, the tasks will go to the right, and then same thing for the parental, relational, and professional section, and then similarly for the vocational, spiritual, and miscellaneous section. Those tasks will go over to the right. Now I've already done, I'm unchecking these because I never unchecked them from previously, and we need to uncheck those. So far we've done the financial portion and the menstrual cycle. And these are a bunch of to-dos and tasks that I was thinking of when I was doing the financial reset. So I'm going to have to move a good bit of those up, almost all of them up to the areas where they belong. Those were just tasks that were coming to me when I was doing the financial reset and things that I was thinking that we needed to do financially over the next 3 months for quarter 3. So moving down here, we're gonna remove stuff that is, again, some of the stuff actually is going to be applicable for this next quarter, but I'm just gonna start fresh by removing everything that absolutely did not get accomplished and that won't be applicable to the next quarter, or the things that we did get accomplished. Here we are. I think that what I should do really quickly is probably spend some time organizing all of these like financial to-dos and stuff, just to kind of get, or maybe should I leave those down there and then bring them in later? I feel like that might be appropriate. Okay, so let's just start from where we are at. So for beauty appointments, I'm checking it off because I do have to, I already booked a hair appointment. So I'm gonna put it on here and then I'm gonna check it off because I already did it, but I haven't gone to it. It could be rescheduled. So for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna put it on here and then check it off. That is in relation to beauty appointments. That's why I'm putting the task over here. And then I was also thinking, almost every year for my birthday, I will book I don't think I'm gonna put pay for hair appointment. That seems wild. I'm gonna do book blowout. I normally get my hair blown out. Sometimes I get my hair dyed occasionally. And then sometimes for my birthday, I will book the spa, like book a spa appointment. So I'm gonna put that on here as well. I think we'll do book massage because that's what I think I want. Although I haven't had a facial and I've only had one, maybe 2, and I haven't had one in forever. And given my big age, well, this isn't like a milestone birthday. So maybe I'll do the whole shebang on my milestone birthday, I guess. Although it's always a good time to celebrate oneself, but one does have to be financially responsible. So perhaps I will do that for my next milestone birthday. And those are pretty much the only beauty appointments. You know what I might do? I might do a laser hair treatment. You know, I can probably stand a touch-up. So we're gonna do book laser hair removal. Now let's do books to read, and we can do those together. We're gonna go into books and we're gonna scroll down and see what's happening. I am just finished The Vanishing Half, and I'm actually going to a couple book events this month, so likely I'll get some new books. But for now, let's just try to plan out a few books. So I know that I'm currently borrowing Spare and I want to read it. I'm looking at my books. You know, another book I want to read is Who Asked You by Terry McMillan. I'm not gonna go through and go find the covers and all that today, I don't think, because I normally just do that when I'm starting the book, because otherwise it's kind of a waste of time. But I did already do it for a couple of these other ones. So let's put this on the wish list, even though we already know it's a wish list item. But I want all the wish list items to pop up when I click wish list, so I can see which books. I'm gonna put this on wish list. I did borrow it, but I haven't even started it. So potentially Spare. And then I have Who Asked You that I could move on to. I really want to read Queen Move. What I normally do is I read like a serious book, a non-fiction book, even self-help-ish in nature, and then I do a fictional book, and I just kind of rotate as such. So Spare is gonna be a more serious book, so perhaps I'll do Who Asked You. I also want to read Queen Move, like I'm ready to read that. And I also want to read Daring Greatly. I'm ready to read that as well. So let's say that I'll probably only read Spare in July, since I haven't read any books in July, and I go back to work in July, which is tragic. So I'll probably only read one. So then maybe these could be for August. Sometimes I'll read more than 2, but it's not quite common. And now as I sit here, I want to go find the Who Asked You cover, just because it's the only one without a cover, which I'll probably do in a minute. And then Queen Move could be September. And then maybe The Body Keeps the Score. I've been wanting to read that. I've also been wanting to read The Soul of Money. So we will move that up here. Now let's go into my Libby, which you won't necessarily be able to see, but I have so many books that I have borrowed, and if I'm not ready to read them, then I just prolong the borrowing process. But I want to see what might be coming due. Oh, Think Like a Monk is going to be coming through. I was thinking of reading that, so we will see if I do so. So let's put that in there, and let's put that on the wish list because it is going to be coming due. So I may be reading that as well. Let's move that up to maybe before. The Body Keeps the Score seems like a long book, so that's kind of why, and a serious book. That's really the only reason why I haven't gone ahead and read it, but we're gonna move that up there. And then I have Queen Move coming available, Black Cake by Charmaine Wilkerson, Lighter by Young Pueblo, The Alchemist, that's for my husband. I think both of those are. Come As You Are, I've been told that's a good book. And then The Courage to Be Disliked. Those are some books that are going to be coming due for me to borrow in recent weeks or in the upcoming weeks. So I think we'll do that. We have 6 books popping up, which is appropriate given that I normally read like 2 books a month. So we are just like that. We are finished with the books. I've planned out the books. Now I'm going to try to plan out some of the personal events and functions, and then I'll talk you through some of that. I may actually, my workout classes and schedule, actually we're gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna go into the food, the health portion of this, and I'm gonna take a gander at the fitness plan. So yeah, it's pretty much the same. I normally go to the gym or I walk for my workouts, and I'm referencing I have some goals. I have a goal list that I just reference those and I know what they are. So in my head, I kind of know what I'm looking at or what I'm planning. And so according to what I have already planned, and what my goals are, I am thinking that I don't really do this. I like the step cardio. I'm gonna leave it on here. Step cardio takes place Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. I can walk any day of the week, and that's my go-to if I can't make it to the gym. Or of course I like to walk my dog, obviously. So that's kind of like a go-to type of thing. And then body pump happens Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And I will go to those every now and again. It's actually pretty hard, but for all intents and purposes, I'm sticking to the same routine, which is Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm gonna go to the gym for sure. And then potentially Saturdays, and then the rest of the days I will walk. That's just what works for me. It's my preferred way to move, and I feel like movement is really important. I don't want to not be able to move, so I keep moving so I can keep moving. That's how it works in my head. Workout classes and schedule is actually already planned. So I'm gonna go to my Google Calendar. I'm gonna take a look at the personal events, medical appointments and tasks, holidays, and all of that. And then I'll share with you what that looks like. You know what I forgot about? First of all, I just did something mind-blowing. I don't know why I have not done this before, but I forgot all about line dancing that we do on Wednesdays. So I went into the health section and I just put on Wednesdays that line dancing is also an aerobic activity that will likely be happening. So probably on Wednesdays, it'll be line dancing and walking because of the time we would miss the other events, the other types of workouts that we could participate in, aka body pump and step cardio. But let me show you what I have done. My mind is blown. First of all, I'm kind of finished with this, but let me walk you through. Let's start with the change that I've made. So for whatever reason, my to-do list was getting very long for one particular month. Like if you saw the page before now, you would see that the task list was already a decent size, a decent length rather, and it just kept getting longer and longer. So I was like, let me just break up the tasks into 3 columns and then, or into multiple columns. And then I thought, let me just break up the tasks into specific months. Mind blown. So for July, I have all of the things that we need to do. And then for August and September, I'm still working on filling out all of the things that we need to do. But like as an example, for the massage, well, my birthday's in the middle of September, so I can book the massage in September, that type of thing. So I just pushed it to September. And I did that for all of the areas. I have also brought up all of the to-dos from this list that are applicable to this quarter, and I just put those where they belong. Some of them are applicable to quarter 4, like the beginning of quarter 4. My niece's birthday, as an example, is at the beginning of October. So like in September, I could potentially start shopping for her a gift, or I could start now even, but given her age and what she's asked for in the past, I'm assuming that she's gonna want money. So I don't need to prepare for that in advance. You know, that's just something that I can do in October. But let me show you how we can switch and rearrange. I have not done anything with this list here. These are the home projects, and there are a lot. These are things that we need to do around the house. Well, in all actuality, I'm not going to be purchasing gutters probably in Q3. So I'm just gonna move those down here. I'm gonna move that down here to the brain dump section, and then we'll delete it because it's probably not gonna happen. The fence could potentially happen. I don't think it'll happen in July. So like, let's move it to September. And you see how easy we can switch and change and rearrange. We're probably not gonna do the siding until maybe September. So let's move that over. And then I think we could organize the drawers, repair the bathroom shelf, repair the guest room wall, and some of those things in July. I don't think that's gonna happen so let's just move it over to August, because no, I still need to do that. That's something I can do easily. Some of these things are things that can be done really easily. We just are not doing it. Even this, my husband could pressure wash the house, but it's only so far up he could get without a big ladder. So it's best to let the professionals do such a thing. I am thinking that that's probably not gonna happen until maybe September, unless HOA bothers us, then we might do it. All of these other things, like my husband is throwing his mom and aunt a party in August. Well, that's at the beginning of August. So he probably needs to purchase his supplies and such in July, which I would help him with that because I have always purchased our supplies and things, and I try to go and search for stuff at Dollar Tree and Party City, and Michael's even has deals, and I just try to go buy stuff for the cheap because I am cheap. So in helping him do that, that's something that we probably need to tackle this month. So I have that on here, and then my dog will be out of her dental treats in July. So I normally just purchase her enough for like a quarter, for like 2-3 months usually. So that's gonna have to happen in July. And then yeah, that's just kind of what I have decided to do. So let me just kind of walk you through what has happened. I have planned out the holidays that are happening in Q3, which the only one is Labor Day, which is, you know, it's not like anything's happening for that. It's mainly, I feel like the holidays portion mainly is for Q4. I've planned out the workout classes and schedule, the medical appointments and tasks. As I mentioned, I'm going to probably get a laser hair removal. I do have already on my calendar an eye exam and a doctor appointment. Those are already on my calendar, so that's good. But if I needed to call or something or whatever, I would have taken time to do that in our absence. The time that I just spent doing all of this. I have planned out personal events and functions, aka my birthday stuff. That's really the only thing that's really personal. Everything else would go under relational, pretty much. I have planned out the books to read, the beauty appointments, menstrual cycle stuff. I already did the financial stuff. We haven't been doing the podcast, so I haven't put that on here, but we could still film the same time that we were before if we get back to the podcast, which is Saturday mornings usually. I have planned out my husband's events and functions and his medical appointments and tasks. So he needs a dental appointment if he chooses to go, and we got in the mail correspondence about an eye appointment that he needs to schedule because it's time for his annual one. So I have that on here. I think it's his annual appointment is supposed to happen in October. So I have that on here for September to maybe try to call and he get that scheduled in September. And then I don't know his team games and schedules. That's going to be a Q4 thing for sure. But he has started practicing for football, but the games normally don't start until October. So we don't have anything. They haven't put out the schedule for that. And then I did add into the Google Calendar the days that his school schedule, like as far as the days that he has off or e-learning days. And I have done the same thing for me as well, which I'll show you in a minute. I planned out, our dog doesn't need any medical appointments and I already booked her care that she'll need for this month, actually, and I already booked that, so that's already taken care of. I did all the relational things that I could, and also, oh, I just did this too. I don't know any trainings and deadlines for work because I haven't gone back to work yet, so I haven't done that. I don't know any school events or functions. I did plan my days off of work, including the days that I'm already off work naturally for breaks and holidays, and then also the days I need to request off for a PTO, which is gonna be my birthday, of course, and I do need to do 2 days in July for the family reunion. So I might put on here, request off work, because I'll do that when I go back to work in July. And then maybe in September, I can do the request off for my birthday. Maybe, I feel like that's appropriate. Wait, is my birthday? Wait, is my birthday even on? Wait, when is even my birthday? Is it even on a? My birthday is on a Sunday, which means I will probably celebrate it on Saturday. As far as my whole day that I like to spend celebrating me for my birthday, I may actually do that. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it, girl. You know that meme? I'm not gonna do it because I can do it on Saturday. I'm always tempted to take off work around my birthday. I'm not gonna do it because my birthday is on a Sunday. So that's good. And then what else do we have? Where am I? And then I have my school schedule that's available for the world to see, actually. And then I planned out all these vocational things, which is basically anything related to social media, and the Financial Social Work Collaborative, which I am a founder of. So I have planned out all of those events as best as I can. I'm even taking a business trip, and I've tried to plan out that as best as I can, and then I just left the thoughts and ideas pretty much the same, minus taking away all of the tasks and to-dos. If we go into my Google Calendar, I want to show you July. So as an example, I have an appointment coming up for my hair. I have line dancing on here. I have when we give our dog her meds. I have my first day of work. And this calendar is shared with my husband. I have his pre-planning days. I have when the party is going to be for his aunt and mom. I have birthdays on here, his mom's birthday, which her gift will be the party. And then in September, I have the birthdays on here as well. What else do I have on here? I have my godchildren's birthdays on here. I have when Bel Air starts, because we love Bel Air. We actually have counseling in August. And I was thinking about, while I was here, I'm in September now, planning out when we might go to counseling in September. Perhaps, I think I'll have to wait to see when my husband's free. I was trying to, because we think we're just gonna do it once a month. So I was trying to get ahead of it, but I really have to wait for him because I'm free to go whenever. And he is, except when he has football and basketball and all that, other work obligations that he doesn't know about. So we'll have to plan around that. But you know what I was thinking? My friend was saying that she may come visit me this weekend. I'm like, girl, come on. So I'm gonna put her on the calendar in the event that she pops up. Because I have my other friends who are coming to visit me and all that on here. So let's go ahead and put that on here. Deidre in town. That is going to be the 21st, I think, through the 22nd or something of the sort. Maybe the 22nd through the 23rd. 21st through the 23rd. I don't know. She just said, what am I doing Sunday and Monday? Because she may be coming to visit. And I was like, sure, come on, you know, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. People can, if you want to come visit me, you can come visit me. I simply don't care. I love having company. She's like, I just invited myself. I'm like, as you should. You should always invite yourself because I don't care. When I care, I'll start telling people. But until then, I don't care. Come and visit me. But I was thinking of something as we were here for, was it September? Maybe I was thinking about something. I have my dog's birthday on here and ordering her gifts is on my Notion. I lost what I was thinking about. Oh, for the party. This is gonna be an all day shebang. We will be having guests in town. I just love having guests in town. We're having guests to come into town. They're coming to the party, they're family members, and they are going to stay over with us. And let me put when they're coming in town. I think they're coming in on August the 2nd. They're not 100% sure. It's either gonna be Friday evening or Saturday morning. So I'm thinking they might be here from the 2nd until the 4th. Speaking of, my friend invited me to a cake decorating class, and it's on Friday the 2nd. If our family members are not in town, which they're saying if they come, they may be coming later anyway, I will potentially go to that because it sounds fun, a cake decorating class. So I may go to that with her. So in the meantime, I'm gonna put cake decorating and we may be going. I told her I'd circle back after I saw what time, once I figured out what time the family was coming, I wasn't gonna be out cake decorating while they're coming here to hang with us and visit with us. I feel like she said it was at like 6 p.m., but I'll need to confirm. So let's do 6 to 8. We haven't bought our tickets yet. I still need to confirm with her, of course. And then there was something else that I thought about. I'm thinking about if we're gonna put my dog in boarding for when they come. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe not, because our dog sitter who we love recently had a baby, and she said she will be back. I need to put this on my calendar. Like, this is an important thing, you know? She said she will be back. I'll be out until August and then I'll be back. Fingers crossed she's back. If she is back, I will send my dog over with her dogs for August the 3rd. So I would need to book that. I'm not gonna bother her yet because she just had a baby. I mean, I checked on her and stuff, but I'm not gonna be bothering her about when you coming back. So maybe at the end of July, I may ask her, because she just said until August and then I'll be back. I don't know when that is. I will maybe ask at the end of the month if she will be back in August, because if so, I will see if she can keep the dog for August the 3rd, just so while we're hanging and partying and stuff, we don't have to lock her away, because we don't want her to get out and all of that kind of, it's just a lot with little kids, and you know, it's a family affair, it's a lot of people in a relatively small space. The space isn't that small, but when you have a lot of people in it, it is. And I just don't want her ripping and running or being locked away. I want her to live her best life. So that being said, she may be going to boarding on August the 3rd, which my mother-in-law turned 61 on August the 3rd. And if you don't know this, we only have one parent, which is my mother-in-law. So how convenient that her 61st birthday is gonna be on a Saturday, and she's gonna have a joint party with her sister whose birthday is that same week. They have birthdays, they're like a year apart in a couple days or something, which is the same for me and my husband too, so that works out. I mean, it's just convenient when you can do dual parties, I think. I know some people probably don't like it, and I don't think they liked it when they were younger, but now that they're the age that they are, they're gonna have to have joint parties because folks got too much going on to be doing different parties, multiple parties, and all of that. Plus, my aunt is going away for her birthday anyway, and she comes back in town on the 2nd. So anywho, their party is gonna be on August the 3rd, and I am pretty sure, you guys, that that is it for this quarterly planning session. I feel so good. I feel like that was my Notion, like a little Notion tour, but I have this little planner here, which I'm about to do a video. And I have that I would like to read 10 more books. So I planned out a good bit, about 6 for quarter 3. So that gives me plenty of time to plan out some more for quarter 4. I want to update the dining room, which that's in the process. My table shipped today. My chairs were lost in the mail, but they're here now. And I want to update my home office, which I technically have done just by switching it around, but I want to add a few things to it. And then I want to improve my overall health, basically to decrease the vitals that need to be decreased per my last doctor's visit. And then pass my clinical exam. And then I have some money goals and all that, which I'll probably do a video about. But I was sitting down and just looking at my goals list from the beginning of the month and the beginning of the year, and just trying to do a check-in, a mid-year check-in to see where I was. So this is essentially like a mid-year check-in. As an example, I wanted to read 20 books this year, and I've already read 10, I think. And so I need to read 10 more to hit my goal. Like stuff like that. I was just checking in to see what I wanted and if what I wanted 6 months ago is even still applicable, because I am the queen of change if something's not serving me. I don't like changing for no good reason, or if you cannot confirm nor deny up front that this change is going to be helpful or beneficial. So I don't love change, but I'll change up something in a minute if it is no longer serving me or if I'm in a different place, because we evolve and grow even within a year's time frame or 6 months time frame. So that's something that I try to keep in mind. But I think that is going to be it for this video, and I am feeling really good going into the second half of the year and Q3. By the way, get used to this little view because I think it's so cute and cozy. I was thinking of adding some color. You know how people have like LED lights behind their desk and stuff, and it just makes it all vibey? I might do that, but do like a warmer shade, because I don't want pink, I don't want purple, I don't want none of that. But I was thinking of doing like a warm yellow. I feel like that could be cute. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.